Hello, we are Group 6, and our presentation topic is about our favorite movies, and we're going to introduce each of us our favorite movie. And I'm the first name to presentation about mine. And I'm going to share about my favorite movie is La La Land. And in Unit 5, the textbook mentioned about the famous actress Emma Stone, and that made me recall this movie. And this movie, everything is so perfect, and the storyline is fascinating. Like everyone will face the problem. We have to struggle to your own dream job, or you have to compromise to your real life. And the music is also perfect. And I'm going to talk about the movie plot. This story is happened in Los Angeles. It's known for Hollywood, and it's the movie industry. And the two main characters in this fiction, and the right hand side, her name is Mia, and her dream is to be an actress. Although she has a lot of patience in acting, but she couldn't pass the audition. And on the right hand side, his name is Sebastian. He is a jazz pianist, and she loves in traditional jazz. But less and less people are care about this type of music. And his dream is to open his own jazz club. Uh, and after they met, they start to attracted by each other because they both have a passion about things. And after they start dating, but but Sebastian he start to compromise to the reality. He have to work at the band. The band play the music that type he doesn't like because it's a new type of jazz. Uh, he's doing this to support his girlfriend Mia to chasing the dream. But after some argument and misunderstanding, they end up broke up. After several years, Mia became a famous actress, and Sebastian and opened his own jazz club. But they don't uh, become family. And this scene is my favorite part. At the final scenes, they met at Sebastian his own club, and after Sebastian played his uh, piano songs, they look into each other and give each other a smile, and like they're telling to each other they are having a great memory and hope have a good future. Yes, that's my presentation.
And hello everyone. And I'm I am the and I'm talking about my favorite films, Limber. The Chinese uh the Chinese translate is 智齿. And the Limber is relation states in 2021, and the area is in Hong Kong. Um, its introduction the film was teased as about color in the 2019, that has been recent in black and white of the 2021 Berlin films versus and Zhenbao once sharing after the scanning that black and white tone can better express the stage of chords. And the limbo is present touch violence but beautiful pictures. The strong tensions between in the space in is expressed. The old umber area and garbage, police, selfish and corruption, and the search and survival of low-level characters in the films seems to be part of the sound of society, refreshing the perspective when you look at the society, the societies you see is truly complete. The black and white tone is of the film burn the outlines of blood and depicting blood, sweat, brain, and tears. But the pressures and imagination of pictures is stronger. And in reality, we all know that Hong Kong is an experienced depressing city with no hope at all. However, Limbo is not touch the light dreams like in recent social issues films, but it is really talked it the unbreakable, the forgotten sign behind the indifference and poverty between people is the theatrical demonstration. And the title of Limbo is life more powerless than death. And many characters in the films implement these themes. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching.
The Dark Knight is the second movie in Christopher Nolan's Batman series, and it is a very dark view of the Batman character. It shows his flaws, it shows the mistake he makes, and it shows how morally great he is in this series, and I really loved him. This is one of the movies that I know all the lines because I am so obsessed with The Dark Knight. This is the movie that got me so obsessed to Batman. I think he's one of the coolest superheroes ever because he's the rich man who could be doing anything with his life, but instead he's saving his own city. He's creating foster homes for foster children, and he's kind of giving back anyway that the public doesn't see because he doesn't let them know that it's Bruce Wayne doing all this work. So that's why I really like Batman. I don't know, he just a very cool character. I know people don't like him because it's just like the rich guy who was cool to about, but I feel like he's more than that. And I feel like the Dark Knight go into that. And I also love the fact that Heath Ledger just shines in this movie. The Joker makes the Dark Knight. If he did not have Heath Ledger as the Joker in the Dark Knight, I feel like wouldn't have shined as much as the movie did. But because Heath Ledger gave his body and soul and life to this movie, it just makes it 10 times better. His lines are amazing. I memorized all of them. I feel like this is the first movie that really got me into superheroes. And I also like how the hero is morally great, how he makes mistakes, and he's not this perfect person, and he has a lot of flaws, and he doesn't get his way in the end. And I think that was the coolest part. So I strongly recommend you to watch The Dark Knight. Thank you for listening.
Uh, Today I'm going to introduce my favorite movie. Its name's The Wind Rises. It's a movie produced by Miyazaki Hayao. The Wind Rises, unlike Miyazaki's other movie, it's not a science fiction, but only talk about the people underworld, how they chase their dreams and loves. In the story, the main character, Jiro, is an aircraft engineer in Japan. He dreams to create a beautiful airplane, but because of war, the company that Jiro work at start to create the fighter one. For learning more technology, Jiro must travel to Germany. During this travel, Jiro met his lover, Nahoko. Unfortunately, Nahoko gets a serious sick, so she has not much time to live. Meanwhile, Jiro's company start to create the airplane Hardy. So Jiro decides to marry with Nahoko and live together. Uh, they had a short but lovely time. One day, Jiro's airplane is going to test, so Jiro must to go to others' place for 2 days. During these 2 days, Naoko's sick become more and more serious, and she died too quickly to say goodbye to Jiro. After this all, Japan lose the war and the story ends. This story sounds like a tragedy, but it's truly happened when the people under the war. The reason I like this movie is because although the movie plot is robust, it contains lots of emotion. Like Jiro knows Nahoko can live for a long time, but he still wants to marry her. I really can tell the feeling I get from this movie, so I recommend everyone to watch this movie by yourself.
Hi everyone, this is Dan. I have to apologize for my computer's mic is broke, so I will use this phone to speak up with you guys. I know it's stupid, but never mind. Just let's go to the topic. My topic is my favorite film, and my favorite film is Taxi Driver. It's directed by Martin Scorsese in 1976, and the important cast is Robert De Niro. So this director directs so many good films. He also directed like Raging Bull in 1980, and some of the more familiar films like Shutter Island and The Rule of Watches. So this is a very good film. Then what's the story about? The story about Robert De Niro plays a retired U.S. Army in the story, and he has some sleep problem. He just can't sleep at night. So we didn't know what happens in him, but the story have no tell us the answer. I think the villain will bring is to him like some PTSD problems. So he decides to be a taxi driver in the night. And one day, Travis just met his dream girl, Bessie, senator assistant. So he asked her out. She said yes. Seems to be going well, but in the night, Travis just take Bessie to watch a bull film. Yes, a bull film. So Bessie feels very disappointed. She feels so sad, and even Travis didn't get a slap. But this relationship seems to be over, and it just makes Travis crumble. So Travis lose love his mind, and he makes a crazy decision. He's going to assassinate Bessie Boss, the senator. And the story, what is going on, I will not say continue, because the story, the end is very great. If you guys have interested in this story, please just check it out. I think this masterpiece will never disappoint you. My presentation is end. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucy. Today I want to introduce a Japanese animated film, Grave of the Fireflies. It's related by Studio Ghibli in 1988, directed by Takahata Isao. At the beginning of the film, countless fighter jets are circling in the sky. The alarm is sounded and the brother escapes from home with his sister on his back and goes to the air raid shelter. But as soon as he went out, countless bombs flew, scaring the people on the street to flee. After they finally escaped to the air raid shelter, the neighbors told them their mother had been seriously injured by the bomb. The brother rushed to the hospital and saw that his mother was dying. He was very sad and understood that he had to take the responsibility of taking care of his sister. After the death of their mother, they had go to their relatives. However, the life of being dependent on others is very difficult. Aunt never gave them enough food and only gave them white rice because they exchanged their mother's clothes for money. The brother decided to his sister to move out the relative's house and then found a cave as their home. Also, the cave environment is very simple. It's the warmest place for them. When sleeping at night, brother caught fireflies as toys for sister, and they hung and fell asleep. Because they were so hungry, brother started stealing vegetables and fruits from the neighbors. He was caught and beaten and sent to the police station. Every time he came out of the police station, his sister always waited for him outside. In order to survive, he had no choice. Because of lack of food for a long time, sister fainted on the grass on the way to borrow money. Brother heard that Japan was defended and his father died in the war. He was heartbroken. When he came back, he found that his sister was starved to death in the cave, and her favorite watermelon could no longer be eaten. The brother became a vagabond and ended up starving to death at the station. When a candy box containing sister's ash was thrown away by the cleaners, many fireflies flew out. The brother and the sister are reunited in heaven. The movie ends there. The war will always bring us heavy grief. I hope we can all cherish the current peace.